You can't literally give the character pink hair and expect people to
I've just went
rip the
live, Walter, and your image is not there.
my image.
Aye, in the
How
stream.
no?
Look at the stream.
It'll show up
Father
now.
Walter is not there.
What?
What's happened?
Why not? Have you closed Discord?
No, Discord's open. I think they can hear you, they just can't
you?
see you.
They can hear me.
Aye, they can hear
It's
you.
using the wrong audio device.
What do you mean?
Hold on. Why do I sound like Xbox Live? It is using the wrong audio. There we go.
Jesus.
Fuck.
That was loud. Right, we need to work out how to get you on here.
Right, look in your Streamlabs settings, please.
Oh, what a
Have
way
you
to start
got
the stream.
is the wee eye next to my face cam like
Hold on, I'll
switched
stick
off?
it back in the starting soon screen. Oh, but then we
Did
won't
you
be able to see
minimize?
the fucking. Oh, this is annoying. If you
Nah, we'll
minimise
get it
Discord, that'll
sorted.
probably. Discord's up. I can see it.
So you can see me.
I can see you. You're right there.
Right. Let me see your Streamlabs screen.
Hold on, you're getting a bit of inception here, guys.
Image. Scroll down in the sources menu. Is there any more
That's it.
sources? Window capture. That
is the.
That's
That's capturing
yeah.
Discord.
Can you like press the wee eye on that and press it again to see if it fixes it?
Press the what?
The wee eye on the far right that like doesn't appear to have done anything. Right, double click the window capture.
Oh, we've actually got movie bugs in
How
the
you
chat.
doing? Movie bug.
James, we're having a bit of technical issues.
Fucking...
we can't see Walter. There's just
How
nothingness.
can you see me? Just an empty frame. You can see right through it. Double click where it says window capture. Discord, yes. Capture method, what is that? Windows 10?
Oh, yes.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. Right. You need. Right. That's us. That's us. I think. I believe.
Sorted, man. Jesus.
How are we all doing?
How we doing? What a way to start the stream. It's the way Streamlabs works with window capture. It's interesting.
I'm sure it is. Look.
Never had that problem before. Right. Doing some tier lists today, Walter.
Go for it.
We're starting off with Star Wars characters. Haha, always some technical difficulties with this stuff. I don't think there's actually been a stream that I've done where there's not been one fuck up.
I probably don't know most of these, do I? Because a lot of them look like
apparently my volume's a bit
expanded media of some kind.
Your volume's a bit low as well. Right. Let's see if we can sort that as
well. Is it?
Can you hear me fine?
Volume?
Oh, now Walter's.
Hold on, I'll unmute the stream.
Hello.
Your volume's dead low.
Oh, smashing.
And mine's high.
Right, hold on.
Have you got it down
it's
in
probably
Streamlabs?
Using that USB one. The camera.
Probably.
Fuck's sake.
I will switch audio. We're getting there.
Is that better? Is that better?
Not enough change for you.
I'm waiting for somebody to say in the chat it's better. How's our latency? Is it later?
That's horrific.
What?
You've switched it to like some sort of Second World War, Mike.
Oh no,
man. Right. Go to audio devices.
How's that?
What one have you got select? I'll wait on it updating again. As obviously the stream's slightly delayed, so I
This
can't
is
hear it.
so annoying. It's showing like my mic's gain a good level on Streamlabs.
Wait, what if I? I've got your user volume on Discord at 200%. So whatever mic you're using on Discord needs to be louder. Speak.
Hello. That's this mic.
Right. That's the mic on your
That's my
head.
headset.
Right.
I've only got two possibilities, and obviously
Doing
the
this
other
on
one was.
doing it live. Can you go to like your manage audio devices thing?
On
Do you know
Windows.
how to get to there?
On Windows
Aye.
or Streamlabs.
On Windows, you need to go to Control Panel, I think.
This is turning out to be a great stream. They're just watching me flip through settings. Hello, Phil.
We're
Hello, Alex.
getting there, Jack. We're getting there.
They're
Right,
not going
right.
to see anything on here
Be
that they
careful.
shouldn't, right?
I would move it onto your other monitor just in case.
Right.
Fucking go into hardware and sound,
I don't
and
have
then
that,
under
man. Oh,
sound
there we go.
where
I
it
got it.
says
Sound.
under sound where it says manage audio devices.
Yep.
That should pop out a wee window,
Yes.
and that's got all your devices. So you want to go into the recording tab and locate whatever microphone you're using.
Right. See,
Double click.
it says
No,
it's
you
using
click on
my-
it and go to properties.
it says I'm using my USB camera, but that's not what I'm using. This is weird. Hold on, look at this. Look at this.
Wait, so when you talk, what one goes green?
That the USB 2.0, but on Streamlabs it's the opposite.
Right. So what?
This is funny.
Where's your headset on
That's
there?
that one.
Right. So click on that and then set default, I guess.
Right.
And then go into it and go to properties.
Oh,
The top
God.
one.
Aye.
Up, click on the microphone and then click properties. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Shit, your screen share lagged. And then go to levels.
Right.
There you go, see. Now crank that shit up. Hello.
Hello.
That's loud, yeah, that's good.
Is that
That's
good? Is it better on stream?
That should I'll
Hello.
tell you the now.
Hello. Please. Please.
That's good on stream.
Thank God we can actually start.
Let's go.
Right.
How are we all doing?
Star Wars characters. James says if Ahsoka doesn't go in the S tier, I'm going to have to unsubscribe. Well, James, here's the thing. Neither of us have seen the Clone Wars. I've seen I've seen Mandalorian.
I've seen like no expanded media,
And
like all of them look like.
You've not seen Mandalorian, have you?
I've seen none of the expanded media. I've
So-
seen the
So
I've seen the 6 real movies, 2 of the shit ones, and then I stopped at 9 when they brought Palpatine back and turned it off in disgust.
James will be very proud that you said that you dislike 9. I think you and James will relate on that.
Oh, it's just because
Spoiler.
the small fact that it ruins Anakin's whole character arc.
I'm not trying to spoil the Mandalorian
know.
for you, Walter, but Ahsoka may or may not appear in the Mandalorian. So I've seen her in that, but I haven't seen her in James says I can do the Clone Wars and Rebels characters for you then. Right, we'll trust James and we'll stick Ahsoka in S just because James says so. Right, Admiral Holdo from The Last Jedi. Wow, what a character.
Eh, she
um,
looks like she writes for BuzzFeed. F tier.
yeah, yeah.
No
Well,
negotiation on that.
do you want to, do D tier? D tier because she sacrifices herself. She's got that about her character, or are you genuinely
Fucking-
there's no redeeming factors about her?
I don't know. You put her where you want to put
Okay.
her in, right? Fucking
Okay, I'd do
sequel and
I'd do D. Right, Anakin Skywalker.
If you put anything less than S tier, I will come to your house and kick you to death.
I'd go A tier personally.
Really?
If you're, well, are you counting this as just Anakin in 3? Or Anakin as a whole, even wee kid Anakin?
Listen, see, if you count them as a whole, it makes up for the first movie because you could interpret the whole thing as essentially like a meta commentary on Mary Sue characters.
Mm.
If you think about like the typical Mary Sue archetype, right? It's like this is a perfect character that nobody like can
Aye.
beat and are like
Aye.
fucking unflawed, right? That's like a bad writing trope, obviously. But what George Lucas does is fucking first movie. I'll admit, it's pretty much a Mary Sue from what I can remember. He's like this wee kid that everybody loves, and he like wins the race and all that, and everything goes right. But what Lucas does is he takes that instead of continuing with the whole like Mary Sue infallible fucking shit. He takes that to its logical conclusion, which is the kid grows up to be arrogant as fuck, and that is his whole. That's the point of him. Do you know what I mean?
You've thought about this a bit too much, Walter. Is this all you think of?
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're
Tell
not.
me,
You're
like,
not
that's
wrong.
the point of it.
Right,
He grows
okay.
up to be arrogant and like thinks he's fucking the bee's knees.
Yep. Okay.
And that's what leads to his downfall. And I count Vader as the same character, by the way. I think that goes without saying. Like, I don't. It's not like a Batman and Bruce Wayne thing where they're like sort of two separate entities.
Aye. Okay. S.
Anakin is S.
S.
Yeah,
S is
fucking-
fine.
What can I say? I just have all
I
the correct.
I think the
opinions.
chat were pretty good for Anakin going in S as well.
I
I think I'm more like
fucking-
thinking about not character but acting. Hayden Christensen in 2 he's not given a great performance, man, and near's Jake Lloyd in 1.
I
And-
see
and-
where you're coming to when it comes to performances, but like,
In 3,
um,
I think he's genuinely given a good performance. But in
Aye.
2,
I don't think we'll dispute that.
I don't like Sand.
I do remember lines of dialogue being like strange and
It's coarse, it's rough
I'm
and
still
irritating.
able to get behind it. I see, because obviously I'm judging more based on the character and the
Aye.
story rather than
Aye, I think that's the way
acting.
we should be doing this then. Right. Does James want to... Alex says, no character who says,
the
I don't
fuck
like
is that
sand
thing?
deserves an SD. The next one, that's Asajj Ventress from Clone Wars. I know my names, I just don't really know much about them. She's pretty badass. She's got like 2 lightsabers that like attach and connect, disconnect, I'm pretty sure. That's all I know about her.
Pretty pog.
She looks cool, but I'll let James. If James wants to come in and tell us, we'll
No
crack
character
on.
who says I don't like sand deserves an S tier.
Aye.
Well, you're. I don't know what to tell you. You're simply incorrect. Your opinion's wrong. Take it elsewhere.
Right,
You're wrong.
You've not seen Mandalorian, so I'll just move Grogu to S
And the S tier.
because Grogu's
I
amazing.
suppose.
Right, BB-8.
From what I've seen of him, he's S tier A. Like, fucking Grogu.
Aye.
That's his name, eh? It's not called Baby. I feel like
It's
it
not
would be kind
Baby
of
Yoda.
strange if there was a character in universe called Baby Yoda.
Aye. Big Grogu. Or the child,
Just a
as
bit-
he's credited in the first series.
The
Movie
Wayne,
Bug says
the
B
boy.
for Asajj. So, in you go. Right, BB-8. What are you thinking of BB-8?
Mm,
I'd put BB-8 in B.
for really?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll
He
go
doesn't
for
do
as
it.
much
He doesn't do
characterization
anything
as a wee
wrong.
droid
Like,
gets.
he doesn't do anything particularly right, but he doesn't do anything like wrong. Like, we're going to disagree on Rey's character in a bit. Like, you're going to a lot wrong. Oh,
Not in the sense that she's like a villain or whatever. I just think the way she's characterized is like,
aye.
and it's emblematic of a bigger problem in the sequels, which is the fact that they don't get what Star Wars is.
Aye.
Like,
Right.
I mean, we've had this debate till the cows come home about like fucking, they're fun action-packed movies. Like, okay, they've got like action in them or whatever,
Yeah.
but that's not what Star Wars is to me. But we'll talk about that when Ray comes up, right?
Movie Bug says,
Have you put her right at the end? I can't see her.
Aye, she's at the end. I'd agree on BB-8 as a B. He's in Rise of Skywalker though, so maybe F. Any character
Just
that
being
appears
in the movie
in Rise of
brings the
Skywalker.
character down.
Right, Boba Fett. Any particular thoughts on Boba Fett? I mean, you haven't seen Book of Boba Fett. It's airing currently. He's pretty badass in it.
That's the kid, right? Not the dad.
The kid. Dad's Django, kid's Boba. And then Boba Fett's also in the two of the originals, right? He's in Empire and Return.
I reckon I'd rank him pretty highly, to be honest.
He's pretty cool.
I think maybe I'd rank Django higher.
Incorrect opinion, Walter. I
don't know.
I'd do A for Boba Fett, personally.
So would I probably.
Okay.
And then I would probably put Django in there with him, not gonna lie.
Aye. Okay. C-3PO.
No, oh, he's a pog boy, isn't he? He looks like Stephen Merchant.
Oh my god, he does look like... Hold on. Stephen Merch. Bro.
He's in Portal 2, by the way.
Stephen
He
Merchant?
plays Wheatley. Aye.
Can we open this in new tab? Open image in new tab.
It's like fucking like 480p. He does. He looks and acts like him. He walks like him, probably. I don't know if I've seen the man walk. That's Batman.
That's Batman. We don't want to be doing that. Right, okay. C-3PO A?
Aye.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. See all these like side characters that get no real characterization, but they're just like cool guys.
Aye.
They keep cheating their way into A tier,
Aye.
don't they? It's like I don't remember Boba having much.
Boba's getting a lot in Book of Boba Fett, man.
Well, I've not seen that, so that's probably why you don't rank him above Django then, eh? Because like I've only seen him in like that. I can't remember what episode it was even. Was it 6?
And what? Boba
Fucking
Fett?
aye, the
He was
first
in-
time you see him.
He was in 5 and 6.
Aye.
He takes Han Solo away in Carbonite in 5.
Aye, right. Fucking
He's
aye,
no
but,
good
like,
to
you
me
you
dead.
just get a cool vibe off them, and they don't get enough time to do anything wrong, so they get into A tier.
Aye. Right. I'm guessing Cad Bane is the next one we're doing.
See that guy.
James says Cad Bane is going in A.
obviously, Clone Wars was airing when I was like an infant, right?
I've seen some of the Clone Wars when I was wee.
I have like a weird like core memory of this guy's face. I don't know anything about him, but I remember seeing him on telly when I was like 7 or something.
I'll trust James. I trust
I
James'
suppose
opinion.
movie bugs all we've got really to go off because like I've
We
not
cannot
properly watched
comment.
any Clone Wars.
We cannot comment. Now, is that Commander Cody? I might be totally wrong here. People in the chat that are I'm going to say bigger Star Wars fans than me, says the one literally sitting in a Star Wars themed room. But I'm pretty sure that's Commander Cody. It might not be. I might be. No, I don't think it is. I think I've just done myself, Walter. Do you know who Commander Cody is?
The name rings a bell,
Aye,
but
like
obviously I've not seen any.
that's
Captain Rex
Captain
movie
Rex,
bugs me.
apparently.
Well, that's you tell.
Right, we'll move on here, and James can let us know about Captain Rex. Right, this is the guy for Rogue One. Can't mind his name.
Yeah, can I? It's been a wee while.
This is bad, Walter.
See, I really need to like watch
Cassian.
sagas. I really need to watch whole sagas of movies before I come on these streams, don't I? Because I'm sat here like fucking. Oh, aye, that guy.
Right, James says Captain Rex is S. He's the best clone. So, right, Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
Patient. We'll
He's
just
getting his own
assume
series.
you're a belief.
Cassian's getting his own series. Apparently, before he deceased in Rogue One, he's getting like a prequel series. So we'll probably get more character development from him then. But as of now, B.
Sure. I mean, I like vaguely recognise his face. It's been too long. I've been watching too much Daredevil, okay? There's only so much. I've got like a gigabyte in here. I can't need to throw stuff out eventually. I'm sorry.
Right. Folk are saying, Ryan says Andor
S.
is C. And James says, honestly, I've watched the Clone Wars through about 10 times. It's so good, you got to watch it. I've been meaning to. I have to give it a go. I'm not a big, like, animated show fan, and I know that's, like, really bad to say, because probably
Andor.
a lot. What are you on about? Cassian Andor. It's his name.
Right. I did not just forget his name 5 seconds after you told me it.
Right, Chewbacca.
S.
Yeah. You're pretty happy with S?
Realistically, probably like A.
No,
But I
I'm
just
happy
said
with S.
for the memes.
I'm pretty happy with
Really?
S. I was going to go S.
I suppose we did put Baby Yoda in there. So
Aye.
fuck it.
Right.
A tier list.
My names are really not coming to me tonight. Blind guy from Rogue One. Oh, Walter's stream's lagging. Oh, you're
Matt
there. Hello.
Murdock.
Aye, Matt
Hello.
Murdock. Hello.
Hello.
Blind guy from Rogue One.
Oh, aye, right enough.
I am one with the Force.
I
The
mind
Force
that.
is with me.
That boy. And that's cool, because that's like... Is that not like a retcon about why the stormtroopers don't hit people?
What do you
Am I
mean?
right?
What do you mean? Expand.
Like the whole one with the Force thing is supposed to imply that people who are strong with the Force can like dodge bullets in a way.
I've never thought about it like that.
Tell me if I'm right in the chat, someone. That'd be a cool addition. It's pretty OP.
I'd go solid A for this man. I can't mind his name. You happy with that?
Pretty cool. Yeah. Eh. Go for it.
Right.
There aren't a lot of bad Star Wars Well, we'll see.
Moviebug says Blind Guy, I'd say, is a D. Didn't really develop much and have yet to see him in any other media format. He's got a point, to be fair.
Wow. Have a
I,
go at blind guy.
right, Count Dooku.
Prick.
Count
Okay.
Dooku.
Somewhere high, I'm thinking.
I agree.
Fucking.
One of the better prequel characters for me.
I know that you're not into all the like politics and shit of Star Wars, but I feel like that's a massive part of him as well, as you know,
I'd
his
honestly
influences to.
be happy putting him in A.
I'll go with that too. Fucking Darth Maul, by the way.
Now, Darth Maul,
I think he's in Clone Wars.
he
Isn't
is, and
he?
I've not seen Clone Wars, so I'm basing this off of
Neither have I. I'm
movie
basing this just
one
off
and
a.
the end of Solo, because he's in the end of Solo.
Oh, aye, right enough.
I'd go S.
I'd put him pretty high. Yeah, I was worried to say it, but like, yeah,
He's
literally
awesome.
just
He's
based off
awesome.
what I've seen, he's like one of the almost badass Sith.
Right, Darth Vader has to go in S.
Yeah,
That's
like next to Anakin, to be honest, because like in my mind it's the same character, just because that arc is so fucking clean. And I know that you're a release order guy, but see, watching it chronologically and like watching that character develop, like if you see like special effects and production quality aside, if someone didn't tell you that they were written back to front, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Aye, okay.
Like, so fucking clean, man. He's probably my favourite Star Wars character.
Really?
Yeah. I'm fucking putting the foot down.
I
I'd
would
say
say Han Solo's my personal favourite Star Wars character, but Darth Vader's awesome.
that's a good choice as well. But like Darth Vader, he sort of feels like the main character throughout that whole.
Aye, I get you. I get you.
Aye.
The bad guy from Rogue One. Walters. Oh.
That's no fucking. No, it's no him. Fucking. You know who I'm talking about? The guy that played Hannibal in the Netflix series. He was in fucking Death
No, it's not.
Stranding.
It's not Mads Mikkelsen. That he
It's not
plays.
Miguel
He
Miguel
plays
Miguel.
the girl's dad, not the villain.
Aye, I remember.
Krennic. We've just got it in the chat. Krennic is his name. Thank you, chat. I think you and James are very, very similar people. Vader is my favourite character.
Oh, like, just fucking.
Do you prefer Vader?
I said I've went on record saying like that's some of the best character writing I've ever seen, and Jack's like, oh, you need to watch more movies. Then you need to pay more attention to Star Wars, man.
Do you prefer?
There is so much going on there, and it's so great.
Not the originals. Like the originals, I'm like, yeah, but prequel wise, it's not the best writing ever in the world.
Anakin's arc, I'd say, and the amount of shit that it's doing, the amount of moving parts it has, and they're all executed pretty well. Say what you will about dialogue or whatever, but the story there is grand.
Aye. Right. Okay. Let's go. Krennic. B.
Aye. Given like the scale on the scale
I'd put him
of,
at the
like,
top of.
tier and
I'd put him at the top of B, but B.
sure.
He's a decent. He's a decent villain.
Aye, on the scale of villains we have in Star Wars, he seems pretty alright.
Aye.
But aye.
The Emperor.
S tier. Is it gonna give us Chancellor Palpatine is a separate
I don't
character
think
as well?
so.
Or...
I don't think so.
That's strange that they've made that decision with Vader then, right?
Aye, true. But I guess you could say the Emperor and Chancellor Palpatine are a lot more similar than Anakin and Vader.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. I'd still put him in S though.
Yeah, I'd actually personally put him at the top.
I'm starting to think so as well.
He's like the villain throughout all of Star Wars. Like, he's like the big baddie.
For better or for worse.
Even
in
the sequels, yeah, he still
like...
is the recurring villain. He's the most recurring villain. Emperor would be S, but he was in episode 9, so I'm demoting him to an A.
I'd still... Because here's my approach.
You've not actually watched
right?
all of episode 9, have you?
No, I'll turn it off when they brought him back.
We need to do it, man. It's a decent film.
Fucking listen to me, right? See if they existed in their own non-canon universe, I wouldn't be as mad. But here's the thing. Obviously, we're gonna get into a conversation about Anakin's character arc again. Fucking Anakin goes on that whole arc. There's the first 3 that's like, oh, he's not the chosen one. He's been turned. That's it. We're fucked. The Empire's here. Everything's going to shit.
I'm just going to
butt in. And then at the end of 6...
Walter, I'm just going to butt in and tell everyone that we are Scottish and use the word fucking as a comma. So...
Then at the end of 6, it's like he destroys the last of the Sith, right?
Yep.
So he fulfills the prophecy. And like that's the perfect bow on everything. To bring Palpatine back is like, oh, guess we were wrong.
I mean, that is the most fan fiction-y element of episode 9 for sure. After the last
canon, not canon. No.
I will admit, after episode 8,
my ears are ringing.
They tried to get fans back on board by bringing him back. That was the reason. Like, at the end of the day, it's like the rumors about David
as well.
It's like the rumors about David Tennant coming back as the 14th Doctor. It's just to get fans on board.
Which we're all very fucking worried about, but we'll see, won't we? It is RTD after all. We can't fuck it up anymore, can we? We hope.
Right, James says put also, Ezra in A. So I've done
I want to get this point in about Anakin before we stop talking about Anakin. Well, we'll talk about Qui-Gon later, won't we?
Yes,
I assume he's in there somewhere.
Yeah, he's down there. I can see him.
I'll save my fucking ramblings for later on, because Qui-Gon. Honestly.
Wait. We'll get into Qui-Gon. I have some takes on Qui-Gon as well, so we'll get into that. Right, Finn.
Honestly, probably. For what I can remember, I remember him being one of the more interesting parts of the sequel.
I'd go A.
Really?
Yep. He's my favourite character from the sequels, I'd say. Bar returning characters.
I'll trust you on that. I'll trust you on that then, because it's been a wee while, obviously, and I'm hesitant. It doesn't stick out in my mind, obviously, as much as Anakin or something like that. But like,
actually, I would say
for Finn, B maybe.
I would say Kylo Ren's my favourite character in the sequels.
I would probably agree with you. The favourite character that's original.
Can you
to the
tell,
sequels,
he's one of my favourite characters from my fucking room. Got his lightsaber on my wall. Grievous, General Grievous.
Badass. I remember playing him in Lego Star Wars and being like, this is the coolest game that mankind has ever produced.
Okay, I've got a bit of a hot take for you, Walter.
Hmm?
B for me for Grievous.
I can't remember much about his actual character. He's interesting as like a sort of lackey villain. Do you know what I mean?
I know a lot of people are a big fan of him because he's in, again, Clone Wars. But based on
I've seen
episode
enough Clone Wars
3, it would go B for me.
maybe low A, high B.
I could put him at the top of
Maybe
B.
like
Does that suit you?
that guy from Rogue One, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, leave him there. Leave him there.
Okay. General Hux.
I go A on Grievous, probably because you've seen Clone Wars.
I
right?
imagine he's great. Right, Hux. I would say Hux is our first F.
It's just another one in the sequels that looks like he writes for BuzzFeed, right? Like, he probably made this tier list.
Hux is the most, I would say, inconsistent character in the sequels.
I don't remember much of him.
He's in the first one.
I know
he's
that-
like pretty decent, and then in in 8 he's a little wimp, and then in 9 it's revealed that he was a spy all along. It's like so inconsistent. You haven't seen 9, but it reveals that he's a spy all along.
Inconsistency in the Star Wars sequels. Well, I'll be damned.
I'm good with putting him in
for all I
F.
care, man. Like,
Aye.
I'm sorry. I was so checked out.
Right, I'm pretty sure this next guy is Thrawn. Now,
The Mocks of Balhoun.
Thrawn is apparently a fantastic character.
Dorian.
There's a lot of extended media with Thrawn. James says Thrawn on high S. I'm putting all the Clone
Really?
Wars character at the end.
Who's this prick that's just been put in high S?
All
Who are you?
Clone Wars characters I'm putting at the end of their tiers, but the highest of the Clone Wars characters.
Alright.
Sure. Folk love Thrawn. He's got loads of books and stuff.
Peter Cushing,
Peter
right?
Cushing.
Just for that, I mean, he's gone up. You know what I mean?
I'd stick him in A. Low A, but
I remember him being pretty. Is it him that gets choked out by Vader?
A. No.
Or it's just some other prick?
It's just
'Cause
some other
somebody has a
prick.
go at him for being, oh, the Force.
Aye.
Cringe. And then he's like, let's see the Force, I'll show you the Force, pal.
Aye, does he not say something like, "We're not afraid of your sorcery ways, Lord Vader"? And then Vader, "I find your lack of faith
you're
disturbing." I'd stick him. I'd be happy him going there. If that's good with you.
Sure. Again, I'm sort of uneasy on where Finn would go.
Han
Looks like Darren Aitchison
Solo.
a wee bit.
Aye. Han
Do
Solo.
you know Darren Aitchison? He
I
was
do
in
know.
your year.
I do know Darren Aitchison.
He looks like Finn. Do you know what I think? He's got that vibe about him.
Aye, I get you.
Anyway,
Han
that's
Solo.
lost on
S,
everyone in this chat.
S.
Oh, fucking S, yeah.
But where? Because I know I'd put him there.
Fuck. I wouldn't.
But like, I think you're gonna go
Maybe-
there. I think that's where you'd put him.
That sort of territory, yeah.
Could I do that?
That's a strange place to put him, given that I view Anakin and Vader as the same character.
Aye, okay.
So you're
well,
cutting them in
we can
half.
do that. We can do that.
I'd do that. I'd do that. Aye.
Okay. Under Thrawn. Thrawn is better. Yeah, I'm leaving all the Clone Wars characters at the end of their tiers because we haven't seen it. Right. We'll ignore these two Clone Wars characters now, and James can let us know about them. And then, right, Jabba. Jabba is the Hutt.
Bro, that second one looks like Ken.
You're making a lot of comparisons
fucking-
tonight.
What's
Walter.
that episode? What's that episode of Doctor Who with Mark Gatiss? The second one along.
Mark Gatiss.
The Lazarus experiment.
Oh, yes.
Aye.
Yep, I get you.
It looks like the fucking Lazarus
Well,
monster.
seeing as Mark Gatiss has
Maybe
starred in
he's
like
like
3
maybe
episodes.
maybe this whatever it is, maybe its character arc is like higher. I don't know. I've not seen Clone Wars, but it looks to me like the CGI monster for the Lazarus experiment, right? So
Right,
didn't have a go at me.
let's do Jabba the Hutt the now.
I just thought of that PewDiePie song. You probably don't know it. It's what a classic. If you know, you know.
Jabba the
Where
Hutt.
would he go?
I'd stick him in B personally.
He feels like he should be higher, eh? But I honestly can't bring myself
Me
to.
and you know Daniel Johnston, obviously. Me and Daniel take the piss out
Aye.
of Jabba all the time. There's
Like
a
he doesn't
there's a bit in
feel as
episode
intimidating
6.
as he should be, eh?
There's a bit in episode 6 where they just release Han out of the carbonite and he's blind and you think Jabba's asleep and then you just hear this from behind the curtain. Oh, 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 and it's fucking Jabba
Bruh.
laughing.
Aye,
Right,
because he talks in like Simlish.
aye. I'd do B. I'd stick Jabba there.
I don't know if I'd put him above Rogue One, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe actually.
I don't mind. If that suits you better, I'm happy with that.
I never found him as intimidating as he should have been. That's what I've been saying, eh? Like, he could be, because the way he exists in the Star Wars universe, he could easily be like a omniscient, like, fucking Wilson Fisk Kingpin kind of character,
Aye.
but, like, he really doesn't feel like that. He just looks.
The chat's agreeing with B.
Aye. Right.
They said that's Hera. I'd put her in A, so there she is.
No, there you go.
And you can
where
tell me
are we
about
putting
this
Mark Gatiss?
Mark Gatiss character. Right, Jango Fett. Walter, I'm being honest. I'd put him in A, but he's not going higher than Boba Fett.
Put him right next to him then.
Okay, I'm good with that. There's no
That
way you were
seems
getting him
sorta right.
higher.
I remember liking him in what was it? Fucking.
Episode 2.
It was episode 2, wasn't it?
Episode
Aye,
2.
that explains a lot actually, because you don't like episode 2.
I don't like episode 2.
Evidently.
To be fair, most of the fandom doesn't like episode 2. Boba is better than Django, the chat's saying.
Because I've no seen the expanded media, but
Right. What's her name again from Rogue One?
Django is C.
Is that what somebody said?
Nah.
Jin.
I'll stop you there, pal. Nah.
Jin Erso from Rogue One.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was the end of your point. I do B.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh,
the top of B.
really?
Yeah, she's all right. Not got very much of it. I love the movie, but I don't
Can
really
you
get
put
to the
her
characters.
in A above?
I don't really attach myself much. See, when I showed my friend Mia the Star Wars movies, you know Mia, like, she was so attached to that film, like, unreal. Whereas, that was my problem when I first saw it in the cinema. I wasn't attached to the characters at all. That's why I, like, didn't cry at the end or anything.
Can we put her in A and then just put her above all the Clone Wars characters to piss off the audience?
Aye.
I'd settle for that.
Because when I first saw Rogue One, I was very much, I didn't like it, and then I rewatched it and I really enjoyed it, and then I rewatched it again and it was kind of mid-tier for me. So it's a very odd film. I think in that first watch, I did not like attach myself to the characters at all, but then in the second watch, I could really appreciate the story. So it was all over the place. Anyway, Nobody's told me about this person yet, so I think they're just sitting here, Walter.
Aye, like
Now that is oh no, K2SO? Is that his name? Looking up the cat. K2SO, I was right. Right, where's K2SO going? Personally, I'd actually say he's my favourite character from Rogue One.
I remember him being a pretty cool fella. I'd probably still stick him in B though.
Folk are saying... Right, so Ryan said that's Hondo, put him on C, and then Moviebug said Hondo, I'd go A.
That is Hondo.
So we've got an A and a C for this Mark Gatiss
What
character.
the fuck?
Obviously a very...
I'm not being funny, but how can that be any...
A very Marmite character.
Is it able to speak? It looks... looks like Marmite.
Hondo...
That's been sort of carelessly...
Star Wars.
Thrown a bit there.
What the fuck?
Oh, there...
That's
Sea
a...
of Thieves.
Is that a live action?
That doesn't look like... That's Star Wars on Broadway.
Oh. Right. I'll just trust James. Right. K2SO, I'd put there. Personally.
Don't know about it. Really?
Best character in
Sure,
Rogue One.
I'm not going to argue with a B or an A, so...
I'd
probably put them, like, maybe near where BB-8 is.
No, I'd say K2SO actually has the most character out of all the droids. Bar maybe C-3PO R2-D2, like the sequel droids, I guess you could say. Rogue One's not a sequel, but Disney-era droids, I would say he's got the most personality. Because there was the one out of Solo, the feminist droid, voiced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. You need to rewatch these fucking movies, man.
Oh, I do.
Feminist robot. There we go.
Bruh.
Ha.
You mean... Isn't it... It's not actual feminism, isn't it? Like a robot... Like enslavement thing.
Aye, but they're trying to...
Is that supposed to be an allegory
feminism.
for feminism?
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
genuinely
aye.
never picked up on that.
It's so meant to
the
be.
general concept of like slavery
And to get like Phoebe Waller-Bridge to like a massive feminist to voice her.
Oh, I don't know her, so like
I think she's pretty like not like feminist and like oh she's a feminist, but like you know what I mean. She's very for women's rights. Like aren't we all? But I don't think that really belongs in a Star Wars movie.
It is kind of interesting. The thing about it's not like Doctor Who where you can take out of universe politics and like, do you know what I mean? Because the Star Wars world is very isolated from. I mean, obviously they have like the abstract concept of war and everything. Right.
James says this is
Kanan. Be careful when you implement that stuff, you know.
This is Kanan, and Kanan is high A for him personally. Right, Kylo Ren, Mr. Ben Solo himself. We're just looking at each other while we're waiting for somebody to say S. I'd happy go bottom of S.
Bottom of S?
But S.
I'll let you away with it then. I would have put him like...
Where would you have put him?
Maybe just above C-3PO.
Right, I could do that then. If you put him above Boba and Jango.
Sure,
right,
sure.
Okay. I can go with that. I love Kylo Ren, as you can see by my room. Lando Calrissian. I actually really like Lando.
Nice.
I like most of these characters were just going, I like him. Aye, same.
I think he probably belongs somewhere in A.
I'd agree. I'd say
Maybe
just below C3PO.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
There you go.
Luke Skywalker.
Well, fucking,
S.
you can't not say S. I
S.
mean,
S.
I don't think there's a single actual person who would not say S.
But if you want
The
to
question
discuss
is where.
this, Luke in Last Jedi, if we're counting that, has a totally different character.
Right enough, fucking. If I pretend that the sequels don't exist, which is typically what I do, not just with tier lists, but with like day-to-day life.
Personally, I didn't
Eh,
mind his character too much. Not like the fandom, but I certainly didn't like the way
I'm
they went
not
with it.
gonna. I know. Here's my approach, right?
I love the
I
scene in
know
The Last
what the
Jedi with
character of
Yoda and Luke.
I know what the character of Luke Skywalker is in my head, right? And I simply don't count the sequels in that. So,
I'd go S still, but
because you don't care.
I would go in between Han Solo and Darth Maul.
Bearing in mind I'm not counting the sequels, I'd probably put him just above Han Solo.
Just above Han Solo.
Is
Okay.
that too much of a budge? No.
Nah, you're good. Cool. I mean, it's like one place. Like, I don't really care. Mace Windu. Now, he's badass, and I think
He is.
out of prequel lightsabers, if we talk about lightsabers for a bit, he's got the best lightsaber by far.
Aye, man just has a purple lightsaber
He's
because he
just
felt
chilling.
like it.
Aye. Do you know he had bad motherfucker written on the lightsaber?
I
He had
do.
it engraved. Oh,
That's-
right. I'd go personally, I'd go S. I actually really like Mace Windu.
Really?
Yeah. Near the bottom of S, but
I'm not going to argue with
S.
you on that.
I'm
Maybe
I'm starting to realise that the prequel characters are pretty good.
you think
Prequel
Jack?
characters are good, prequel stories is where it lacks.
Well, everything the prequels are really is the character writing for me. Although
I'd
I'd factor in the political shit as characterising Palpatine, which I know is an interesting take, but if you interpret it that way,
go there.
like it's very enjoyable.
Is that good for you?
That was exactly. I was probably going to put him above Maul, but that works.
I could go above Maul if you're insistent.
Nah, keep him there. You're probably right.
The Mandalorian. Now,
He looks badass.
Are you
as
gonna let
fuck,
me call
but I've
this?
Not. You can call it.
Right.
You're probably going to put him in S, aren't
S,
you? Because
S.
this is such a.
I'd go there for Mando.
Sure. I have no input. What is that from?
That's Maz from Force Awakens. She gives Rey the lightsaber.
Anakin's one, right?
Yeah.
That didn't. I suppose they recovered it from the wreck of the Death Star, right? Because that's where it ended up, if I right.
I think he took it with him. Hello?
Luke.
Oh, you're there. Okay. I think.
No, but didn't Luke get it and then fucking get his hand cut off and it fell into the fucking abyss?
Oh, aye, you're right. That's not in the Death Star. That's in Cloud City.
Is it?
Yep, that's in Episode 5. Because after it, Luke, I am your father.
Aye, fucking bro. Mandela effect.
Brain fart.
I suppose you always assume like a big, iconic, conclusive moment like that is in the last movie, but it's not.
Right. Maz, I'd go our first C.
I have no input.
I'm happy going there with Maz. She doesn't do a lot right, but she doesn't do a lot wrong. So there we go.
Watch Clone Wars. The prequels become 100 times better because of that show. That's
You already
certainly
love the
something to
prequels, so
fucking Obi-Wan.
S S S S S.
Fucking S, like
Do,
high
do you know about?
S,
Do you know
like
about the show?
fucking.
I hope you know about the show.
He's getting his. Has he got his own show
He's
yet, or
getting
is
his
he
own
getting
show.
one?
It's
Aye,
filmed.
that's exciting.
It's out this year.
Fuck yes. I'd probably
um,
put him like controversial, perhaps, just below Anakin.
ooh,
I don't know.
I'd do that.
Because obviously, you're going to shout at me for reading too deep into it, but I would argue, what is the point of art if not to be read into? But he contributes a lot to Anakin's whole character arc in
Aye,
a really important way, because he's like Qui-Gon gets killed, right? Qui-Gon has this like serves as like a father figure to Anakin,
yeah,
right? And he gets killed. I like to imagine that if Qui-Gon had survived, there would be no Darth Vader. That's
mm,
how I've interpreted it, because he basically, when he dies, puts the burden on Obi-Wan to be the father figure, which he never really is. He's sort of like maintains a sort of professional detachment from him, if that makes sense.
I get you.
They're more like, brothers or like colleagues rather than, do you know what I mean?
Aye,
Than the way Qui-Gon, I feel, would have been.
I'm happy where he is. I can go with that.
Uh,
He's a
uh,
fantastic cat. And Ewan McGregor, if we're talking about acting for a
oh,
second,
fuck yeah.
Ewan
Like,
McGregor,
easy peasy.
perfect choice for young Obi-Wan.
Hmm.
Padme. I don't know how controversial it'll be for me to say B.
Honestly, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
She's not the best character in the world.
See,
I'm
yeah.
happy putting her in B. I don't know where in B. Where would you say? What about
Maybe above Jabba.
just above Jabba? I can go with that. That's fine.
No, put her below BB-8. I mean, fucking.
Poe Dameron.
Eh, I vaguely recognise him again.
He's like the third main character from the sequels. I'd go.
Eh,
I'd go A. Oh, what was frozen?
Really?
There it is. Aye.
I suppose Obi is my second favourite character after Vader. I'd probably say the Emperor, but I see
I
where you're
think
coming
I'd
from.
go Han Solo, the Emperor, Obi-Wan, then Vader.
Really?
Yeah. And then probably Luke. I think. Right. Poe, I'd go A, but towards the lower
I
end
don't.
of A.
I'm just gonna let you make the call because I don't. If I don't remember him, it can't have been anything particularly offensive.
I'd go there.
Hmm. Okay.
Leia. Princess Leia.
High A, possibly S.
I'd go at the very... I'd say just above Grogu. In S. Oh, no, there. There.
Hmm.
Or would you argue she's better than
Maybe.
Mace Windu?
Maybe one or two up. I'd
I wouldn't
say
put her
maybe.
above Mando.
I see. That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't know what your take is on Mando.
Do that if you want.
Sure, that's fine. I'll not stir the
Qui-Gon.
pot anymore. S.
I'm happy going with S. I'm so happy going
Right,
with
I
Liam
can
Neeson.
talk about that thing. Well, I suppose we sort of spoke about it when Obi-Wan came up.
I'd
How
go. I'd
he
go
serves as
there. Walter, is that okay? No chance you're getting it above Han Solo for me.
I know what I've got you have for hand. I'll keep him there. But aye, we talked about this before about how he serves as a father figure to Anakin. I like there's a particular scene, two scenes in movies at opposite ends of the saga that I wanted to talk about. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Vader are the only two people we see get cremated. Is that true?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
And I think that's kind of symbolic of like the prophecy came true that he kept talking about, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I guess you could say that.
Like, I know you're a release order guy, but I'm gonna go off again, so you can't stop me.
I do not see the
Basically,
point in doing chronological order. I really do not see the point.
I'm literally explaining it to you, so
I don't see.
fucking aye. Well, fucking, what I was gonna say was when Qui-Gon sets up that whole he's the chosen one thing, and then they throw it in your face in 3, and then it goes comes back in. Sorry, I can hear folk talking down the stair, and it's throwing me off.
It's alright.
They throw it in your face in 3, and then he fulfills the prophecy in the original trilogy, and then they cremate Vader, and it's sort of like a throwback to like an acknowledgement, if you know what I
I
mean,
get what you're saying.
of aye. Sorry, fucking my brain's away with it. It's an acknowledgement of like Qui-Gon was right kind of thing, and they're telling you that actually.
Aye. I do get what you're saying, man.
That's what I wanted to say. R2.
R2Z2 higher than C3PO for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually he's got more.
It's probably about equal.
He's got more
Aye.
character, even though he just has beeps.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be happy just like there.
Yeah.
Ray,
for fuck's
Ray,
sake.
Ray.
How are we
I've
ever
ordered
going to
her
resolve
lightsaber, and it is coming soon.
this? It looks cool, which is sort of emblematic about the sequels being
Right.
fucking
Do you want?
superficial.
Do you want
fan
me
length,
just to
but
tell you where I'd put Ray, and then
where
you can
would
try
put
and
Ray?
get me down from that? A, just above Finn, or just
I
below
wouldn't- I'd-
Finn. I'd either put it above Finn or below Finn. I know you can try and
Too
talk me
much
down.
bad shit happens that makes her barely feel like a real character to me. Like the plot just bending to her will so many times.
You hate the whole.
I can't even remember what one it was in, but I remember seeing her do the Jedi mind trick.
That's 7.
Well, I know
You were raging about that.
that's so 7, right? The first movie that she's in. Just do I even need to elaborate further, or I feel like that should be self-evidently fucked, right?
I don't actually mind it.
Well, we've talked about the whole metaphor of the Force and everything that just doesn't exist in the sequels. That's pretty much where my problem is.
Right.
Right, I'm going to go on a tangent again, and you can't stop me. Fucking... In the original 6 movies, the Force can be interpreted as like a metaphor for the abstract concept of power and the relationship that it has with morality, right? Because the more powerful you become with the Force, the more the pull of the dark side is stronger. So you could interpret that as like power in any context, right? Like if I'm nobody, it's easier for me to do good. But if I'm like a big businessman, the more money I get and the more power I get, the more opportunities I will have to do great evil, and the greater the implications of those evil acts will be. That's what the Force is. That's like the point of it. But in the sequel, they just ignore that entirely. Like you could not make this shit up. How like obviously misinterpreted it is. Because I feel like that's what makes. Because when you describe the Force to someone in a superficial way, that's like, oh, it's an energy that exists all around and it gives loads of people special powers and stuff. It feels like it should be like Mary Sue fucking plot contrivance heaven, right?
Yeah.
But because of that metaphor and because of the rules it has of like the power and the relationship with morality, that's what makes it a compelling concept. And in the sequels, it is demonstrated on screen what happens when you remove that from the formula. What one is it where Princess fucking dies and then comes back? I,
That's 8.
oh,
That's number 8.
I.
That's a dumb scene.
How is it official? How did someone make
She
that?
becomes Mary Poppins.
Bruh. And
Do you know what? Do
then
you know what's the kick in the balls for that scene? They play the Force theme, I think, over it, or I think it might be
I think
Leia's theme,
they probably do because any opportunity for fan wank, right? Like,
and it's like such a kick in the balls. That scene I hate. That is one of the worst scenes in the prequels.
well,
The
we should talk
sequels.
about that because it demonstrates exactly what my problem is that's consistent throughout the sequels. It's like
Aye,
the
but
people who write these movies don't know what the Force is.
coming back to life and using a Jedi mind trick are very different ends of the
But
spectrum.
I've always felt as though like a Jedi mind trick. We see like Obi using it, right? And it's sort of presented to us in a way that's like, aye, you'll be able to do that one day, kid, when you're fucking.
Mm. Aye,
But the
I get what you're saying. But you can
the
see how I'd have no
they're
problem
not.
with a Jedi mind trick just being used in one wee scene and bringing a character back to life with the Force. You
I
can see how they're different
suppose.
ends of the spectrum.
I suppose it is smaller, but it's emblematic of the same core problem.
Right. Come on, Walter.
Fucking I genuinely feel like I couldn't go higher than C.
C.
Putting him next to Finn is even an insult, and I'm no
B.
like fucking
B then.
chairman of the
I'm not
Finn
going into the
fan
same
club,
level
but
as Maz for Ray.
put her above Maz then.
I'm not nay chance. Nay chance is it going into C.
BB-8 has better characterization.
How's there for you? See, I think higher than Padme.
I wouldn't put her. The thing is, it's not like she doesn't get enough screen time or something like that. It's that Ray's character literally is offensive to watch. It's not like, oh, if they were developed more.
I
If they were developed less,
I personally
perhaps they
think,
would go higher.
Walter, that is the best you're getting from me. But
Right, there then.
you've
There then.
established that you dislike Ray.
Fucking...
So Sabine, this is what James says. Sabine is A, apparently, and that looks like Darth Maul but yellow. So probably pretty
Pretty much.
badass. Right, we'll move on to Snoke.
Mm, it's pretty threatening, to be honest.
Really?
You know, I mean, I like his vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Did we watch the same movies, Walter? It's like one of the
I think
worst
so.
part of the sequels.
I mean, I remember sort of. I think
In
a lot
in
of
the
it's
Force
superficial
Awakens,
stuff, though.
in the Force
But
Awakens,
that's all I really have to look for.
he's built up to be this very threatening guy, and then in the Last Jedi, it's so anticlimactic.
They fucking. Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then in 9, It's
Doesn't she literally
she cuts him in half.
like open a lightsaber into him?
Aye, yeah, yeah. I'd go C.
You can go as low as you want. I
C.
can't believe I forgot that. I think I willfully forced it. Sure. I think I
That's savage oppress. I'd
will.
go B on him. Okay, that's fine. Right, Yoda.
S, I reckon. Such an essential part
There.
of the whole.
You happy with that?
Well, what about?
Right where I've put him.
I'd probably put Qui-Gon above.
Really?
Well, maybe
No
when I think
chance,
about in the
pal.
original trilogy, I don't know.
Nah, Yoda
People underestimate how important Qui-Gon is, but
not as important as Yoda.
mm,
Are we actually arguing
I'll
about
not fight
a
you. I'll
right?
not fight
Okay,
you there. I'll not
and ending it
fight you there.
off
But
with one of the greatest
I'd put
characters, Rose.
F.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Isn't she the one that like? Aye, because it looks like
Finn's going to
I can't.
sacrifice himself, which is going
And
to
it's
be a great end to his character.
and then she's like, no,
Aye, and she
the actual
she,
manifest bad writing has taken human form and injected itself into the universe.
so we've said that Emperor Palpatine is the best character, and Rose is the worst character. That's what we've said.
It's my head canon that Rose is like a character, a person from the real world that somehow, and she's like a Lucas purist, and she
Aye.
injected herself into those movies by some sort of science fiction alternate reality means, and her sole purpose is to ruin the movies.
Right. There is our Star Wars character tier list. Is there anything you'd immediately like to change, or are you happy with that, Walter?
Mm, but that's all right. I'm happy with
Okay.
that. Everyone's except Ray maybe is sort of in the tier that I'd have them.
Aye. Okay. Right, we're going to do the MCU after I go to the toilet. So I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be
And
back
I'll
with.
entertain your audience, will I?
I'll just stick it on
Or
the Be
what?
Right Back screen if you want.
I might eat Pringles really loud.
Right, I'm going to stick it on the Be Right Back screen and we'll be right back. And we're back. Walter snuck off to get some snacks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get? Show the stream.
I go Mickley way.
Mickley Way.
Mickley way.
Mickley Way.
What upside down?
James says, I'm going to head off now, guys, as I've got to be up early tomorrow. We'll catch the Marvel one on playback. Been great talking, and we'll speak to you soon. See you later, James. Right. Are you ready to get into a Marvel tier list, Walter?
Yeah, aye.
Okay. We've never really spoke about Marvel, so we might get some controversial opinions. I don't really know.
Perhaps. This is
Starting
probably
off,
what I remember the least of, because it was ages. I think it was further back than Star Wars. I watched all of these.
starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Really? Oh, aye, this is the one
It's
that you
random.
said was just sort of thrown
Aye.
together. Aye, okay.
I mean, we can do it in order if you want. I can look for Iron Man. Do you want to start with Iron Man?
I remember Iron Man being decent.
Iron Man's good.
Like, fucking a high tier. I don't confidently know what one I would put it in, though.
I'd do B.
Really?
Iron Man, yeah. It's decent. It's good. When you watch it
Are
back,
we
it's
taking
quite...
into account cultural influence and everything? Because this was like the first
I would say...
MCU movie, right?
I would say
That or Hulk?
enjoyment level is what we're most looking for
I
here.
suppose that simplifies things. A fate worse than F.
Yeah,
What
I know
fuck?
what that's referred for. Reserved? I can't speak. Have you got
What
one you'd
fucking...
automatically put in there?
I don't know confidently enough, I don't think.
Right, okay. Iron Man, I'd go B. Would you agree with that?
Uh-huh. See the Spider-Mans, I'll know them straight away because I watched them all recently, and I'm doing a video on the Raimi ones, but they're not on this, I know,
Nice.
but I watched all the Tom Holland ones as
Um,
well, and Andrew Garfield ones.
I like Iron Man. I do think, I don't know how familiar you are with it. The villain, I can't remember his name, but he's played by Jeff Bridges, and he's very underwhelming. So that's why it's down a bit for me. A lot of Marvel movies, the thing is the worst thing about it is the villain. Marvel seem to never get a good villain right.
What was it a Thor movie that had Christopher Eccleston?
Thor: The Dark World.
And he, like, you see him in interviews and he just didn't want to be there.
Aye. Right. The Incredible Hulk.
That's the one before they cast Mark Ruffalo, eh?
Yeah.
Mm,
For me, F. It's a
Really?
bad superhero movie. It basically it's a lot of these origin story movies focus on the origin story. The Incredible Hulk does it in
Melton.
a 5-minute recap at the start. It tells you how he became the Hulk in 5 minutes. And I'm like, that's what the full movie should have been.
There's not a lot you can do with that with Hulk, though, is there?
I mean, at
Well,
least half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seeing him not, like, be normal, be Bruce Banner, and then, obviously, it was gamma radiation, a problem with that went on.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing all that would have been
radioactive
cool.
bullshit with Marvel, innit?
Seeing all that would have been cool. So, I just I don't like it.
Sure.
I don't like it.
Listen, for context, when I watched a lot, obviously in recent years I've started doing video essays and stuff and become really like analytical of media and that.
Yeah.
But I think I must have been like 15 when I watched all of these in order.
Aye. Fair.
So, like, I don't know if I'm going to remember much.
Fair.
But we'll continue to go through.
Iron Man 2 is next, if I can find it. Where's Iron Man?
Where is it?
There's Iron Man 3. Is it here? Oh, there it is. Right. Iron Man 2. Where would you put Iron Man 2?
Fucking. I couldn't. I didn't mean to derail the stream or anything, but I literally couldn't give you an honest answer.
I'd
I'm
go
fucking
C.
like. I'm inclined to just fucking. Cause I remember. Is that got War Machine in it?
Yes. Played by Mr. Don Cheadle.
It's literally like.
It's also got Mickey Rourke in it. He plays Whiplash. He's got like electric cables.
Have no recollection of that. Sounds like.
He's pretty
Shocker.
awesome.
Oh, no Shocker. Is it Shocker in Spider-Man PS4? No, I think it's just like a grunt enemy that does that, actually.
This guy.
Oh, aye. He's got a wee arc reactor.
He's pretty cool.
Have you seen, like, later MCU movies arc reactors? They're like... That's good world building, by the way. Like, how the technology advances.
Are you happy with that?
Fucking... I have zero emotional attachment to
Okay.
this movie. Listen.
I'm pretty sure next is Thor. The first Thor movie.
I remember they made Thor really, like, goofy in the later ones.
Aye.
Is it true that people don't like the darker, more serious Thor?
People prefer the goofier Thor.
I don't know if I can't speak to the actual quality of the movies, but
I
I'd
really like
a
Thor.
more... I like a more, grounded and, like, somber version of Thor. Because I remember... What one was it? Doesn't he, like, straight up break the fourth wall in one of them?
I think that might have been Ragnarok.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like... What? Like, what are you, Deadpool, bro? Like...
I'd put Thor there. Just below Iron Man. I mean, A and S we're going to have to reserve for, like, Phase 3 shit. Where shit gets real. After
Well, I mean, the earlier ones can be appreciated as well.
they can be fun times, but...
I would probably... I know we usually go watch it, but I think... You said the villain in Iron Man was underwhelming.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably still bump it up to A if you want to remember.
Okay. I can do that. It's a good film. It's a really good film.
That's Thor.
Oh, Iron Man, sorry.
Aye. Because it does a lot in terms of... Because obviously we're seeing Tony Stark's origins. He's characterized fucking... And what it does for setting up the MCU as well, like...
Yeah.
In terms of tone and everything. Is there no, like, an Easter egg with Captain America's shield as well that's sort of like... Obviously at the time that was just like an Easter egg.
That's Iron Man 2.
Like, is it?
Yes.
Oh, fuck. That shows you what I know. Like... Is that Iron Man 2?
Yeah. Definitely.
Aye, well. That shows you how long ago I watched these. Aye, well.
Next is Captain America, the First Avenger. Personally, I'm not a big fan. And I think that's controversial as fuck, but...
I remember that being alright, like...
I remember
I sort of like the Phase 1 sort of idea of, like, they don't all feel too connected, but...
They are.
They're very...
Aye.
They're very focused on their own characters, and I feel like that doesn't get appreciated enough.
I'd put the First Avenger below Iron Man 2 and C.
I mean...
The setting's pretty good.
I have opinions, but I'm not confident enough. I have opinions, but I'm not confident enough that I stand by them, if that makes
Mm,
sense, to like argue with you. So
aye.
you're probably gonna get final say on a lot of this.
And then next is the Avengers.
Eh, I read fucking Loki, is it?
Yes.
Aye,
Where is the
fucking
original
hell.
Avengers?
The left, is it?
There's three. Oh, there it is. Got it.
Oh, that one's Ultron next to Ant-Man,
Aye, that's
is it?
Ultron there.
Aye.
I'd go. I'm like high A verging on S. I think I'd go there.
Sure, I can see why. Like from a
I mean, it's
from a from the perspective that I've not seen it in ages, you know.
aye.
Like
I
I
mean,
can
it's a
see
lot.
why it would
It's
go
a lot
there
of
because it
fun.
is like it's the movie that all the others have been building up to, really, isn't
Aye,
it?
aye. So it's a really good film. It still actually holds up today, which actually I think is quite impressive.
Hmm.
You could watch that perfectly fine today and be like, none of this is really aged. Maybe some of the effects, but like not drastically.
Hmm.
Um, what's next? Iron
Man
Man 3,
3.
Iron Man 3.
Why did I know that?
F for me.
Really?
Yeah, man. Did not dig Iron Man 3. It
Is
done.
it that bad?
So basically, I know Iron Man is meant to be a cocky character. That's like his character type. But like
Hmm.
in Iron Man 3, he basically tells a terrorist where he lives. And he's like, come
I
fight
do
me.
remember that.
Come fight me. And then he just like bombs his house. Like, what the fuck were you expecting to happen?
That does sound kind of stupid. Yeah.
um, there's the Mandarin twist, where he's an actor,
Hmm.
which is dumb as hell.
It sounds interesting, but I can imagine a lot of comic book fans who are like, "Oh, the Mandarin's going to be in it." If he
Aye,
was a thing beforehand, would be like
it's the fact that
understandably
they
pissed
build it
off.
up. They build it up throughout the film for him to be this big villain, and then
I
it's
mean,
nothing.
in fairness, for the point of that twist, you sort of need to build him up in that way,
Aye,
just to play
I get
devil's
that, but
advocate.
I don't think the twist should have happened at all.
Well, there you are.
um,
Fair point.
I'd go above Hulk, but F.
Okay.
After Iron Man 3 was Thor: The Dark World, the one with Christopher Eccleston. Again, I'd go F.
I, I don't have a strong enough opinion to disagree. So.
I think I'd go. Where is it? Thor: The Dark World. Right. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is S. Do you remember much about the Winter Soldier?
Fucking S tier, you're saying?
I would say it's the best film out of these so far. Or at least the top of A. I would definitely say it's better than the Avengers.
I feel bad because there's not a lot I can say. Like, maybe, aye, sure.
It's got a lot of. It's the one where Hydra really comes into it. Because they're building up. It basically is revealed that Hydra has been infiltrating it the full time. They've never like disappeared.
That sounds really interesting. So I need to fucking rewatch all these. I was saying that to myself before. I was like, I need to rewatch all the MCU, and then you came to me with this, and you know.
After Captain America: The Winter Soldier, I'm pretty sure it was Guardians of the Galaxy. Now that's one that surely sticks out of in your brain.
Aye, I remember enjoying that.
It's a good film. I'd actually
It
go.
feels totally really different to the rest of the
I'd go
MCU as
top of
well.
B.
Really?
Yeah, top of B or lowest A.
I'd probably, from what I remember, put it in A.
Are you alright with lowest A?
I suppose I'll trust you on that then.
Where is Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm blind. There it is. Aye, it's a good film. It's really good. When we get onto volume 2, we'll discuss it further. But yeah, what's after Guardians of the Galaxy? Is it Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Is it that quick? I don't think so. Hold on. Fucking MCU release.
I'd put money on it.
Well, you're not getting any of my money. So.
I think it's Age of Ultron.
Winter Soldier. Garden. It is Age of Ultron. There you go. You've won. Hee haw.
Better. Not as good as the first one. Better than Thor.
Okay, I guess.
Top of B.
Sure.
It's definitely the weakest Avengers movie. If you want to talk about Avengers movies. I love how opinionated you were with Star Wars going on rants, and then you're just like,
I know,
sure.
and I'm sat here like.
I like it. I liked it a lot more in rewatch
Mm,
than I did the first time watching it. Next,
sure, I'll trust you. All I can really do is trust you on it. Like fucking
next is Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Yeah, cool guy. Ant-Man.
Don't me just put it in there. That's where I'd put it.
Okay.
Right, Captain America: Civil War. Surely you have opinions on Civil War.
Vaguely remember it.
Really?
It was a long time ago, man.
Bro, you need to rewatch Civil War.
I'm familiar with like the comic book, like the story beats of Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same in the MCU though, of like basically them having to get registered with the government and whatever.
Aye. It's the same.
Right.
That's where I'd put it, personally.
I'm inclined to do that.
Okay.
And of course Spider-Man shows up, right?
Yes, that's Spider-Man's first film.
Yeah.
Is the next one Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, okay.
And then Guardians.
Not a fan of Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like a bad one? Or?
It's an Inception ripoff.
Is it?
Bro, yeah, everything like in his... I can't remember, it's something realm is just Inception.
Surely they did it before Inception, though.
What do you mean? Like comic book
Marvel,
wise?
probably, yeah, I would imagine.
I mean, possibly, but even the way it looks on screen is just so similar to Inception.
Well, I mean, fucking... Oh, what you mean the visual effects? Because
Yes.
I remember that from... That's really loose, man.
Bro, it's Inception.
Like,
I'd also
visually
I'd
maybe,
also
but
say
it's not the same thing.
I don't like his character in Doctor Strange as much as I do in the Avengers films.
Really?
Yeah, he's a bit. I know. It's kind of a thing. It's hard to say because I would say egotistical, but then you could say Tony Stark's egotistical, and that's why you love him. And I get that's his like. He develops throughout the film from being egotistical to actually being not egotistical, I guess you could say. But I'm not
Googling
a fan.
when the quantum realm first showed up, and I'm googling like actual panels from comics to see what it looks like. It looks
I
very
mean,
spacey.
I would put him in D.
I'm not gonna sway on the idea that it's an Inception ripoff just based off of like one special effect, essentially.
Also, Mads Mikkelsen is in it, playing the
He's in
villain.
everything, man. I
Playing
don't
the
remember him
villain,
being in that.
and he should have been a lot better. He's very forgettable.
Evidently, because I can't mind.
Exactly. I mean, if you want to argue and bump it up to a C, I'd go C, but I wouldn't put it higher than C.
I know what we'll do. Keep going, right?
Okay.
Keep it as D. Keep it where you want it put.
Now I'm pretty sure it's Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Right. Now. Guardians 2 is one of my favourite MCU films. I'd put it in S. But I don't know if you remember much about it.
I don't know if I do either.
So it's the one where Peter meets his father.
The meme, yeah.
And played by, is it Kurt Russell that plays him? And it turns out the twist in it is that they put a Movies and Train Studios. Hey, hello, how you doing? I don't know how long ago that was, but I've just seen it.
Oh, so have I. It might be new. Hello.
Aye, Guardians 2. That it's revealed that he was the one that killed the mother by putting a tumour in her brain. It's a very good twist. The ending fight is awesome, and at the end, Yondu dies. Do you remember Yondu? Blue guy, played by... Oh, I can't remember who plays him, but... Yep, Google him.
Oh, that prick.
He's got a flying arrow that he, like, whistles.
I thought he the other prick.
What, Drax?
Aye, that's what I was going to say.
Yondu dies in that, and it's one of the, like, best send-offs. After this stream, watch the ending to Guardians 2.
I'm going to just fucking... This is what we're going to do. We're going to go through this. I'm going to be inexperienced as fuck. I'm going to rewatch the entire MCU. We're going to come back and do this again.
Hold on. I'm putting this... After this stream, we're watching the ending of Guardians 2. That's my reminder. I bawled when Yondu died. Same. And I think that's so controversial, doing that. So if you want to be on the if you want to be on the side of the public, Walter, and try and convince me to put it lower, but honestly, if this was my tier list, that's where it would go.
I've not got enough ammo, you know what I mean?
This is basically me doing a tier list, isn't it?
Pretty much.
After Guardians...
You invite me on your stream and expect professionalism, that's your fault, bro.
Guardians... after Guardians 2, it is... Spider-Man Homecoming?
There's a fucking movie I can talk about, right? Not worthy of the hate it gets in the Spider-Man fandom.
I don't think... Does it get hate? I really like Homecoming.
You know how it is.
I'll say something...
The fucking Maguire supremacists and whatever.
I'll say something. The villain with Vulture is fucking awesome.
Bro, you lagged there. And I thought you were going to say fucking shit or something. And I'm like, tensing up.
Fucking awesome.
I agree with that.
And
it follows on like a...
The twist where it's his girlfriend's dad is
exactly
incredible. I love it when you see a villain you see a humane side to him, as well as a bad side, I guess.
Not just that, it's that the sort of... I didn't want to go on... obviously, I went about all like the deeper narratives of Star Wars and everything. I didn't want to go deeper narratives of Spider-Man now. But
no, I get you.
To try and sum it up, Spider-Man villains are great when they have a relationship with Spider-Man and a relationship with Peter Parker as well.
Yep.
So that's like points.
Yep.
The fact that it's... Because
it's great how you...
I don't want to go all the way off the rails onto a big tangent again, but the whole like message, not message, the whole dynamic of Spider-Man's double life is that like he's trying to be Peter Parker and he's trying to be Spider-Man, and being Spider-Man inevitably always leads to fucking something up for Peter Parker.
Vulture was a great villain. I really like Homecoming, but it felt like an Iron Man spin-off rather than a Spider-Man movie. I kind of see that.
I've heard that criticism before, but I feel the more I think about it, they integrated them into the MCU as well as they could have. Because think about the point in time we're in this universe, like it wouldn't make sense for Peter Parker to just show up as just like a kid that got bit by a spider. Like obviously would want to be like, especially being a teenager at that age, he definitely looks up to Iron Man because those are like the heroes of that kind of world. And that's like who, so it makes sense that he would aspire to
Aye.
be in that sort of crowd and like want to be an Avenger.
I would put
And I
Homecoming
would I suppose
there.
we'll talk. I didn't want to talk too much on one movie and then not have nothing to say.
I'd
But
put
like I
it
would
at the
argue that
front
he
of
goes
B.
on an arc of like, I don't really need to be an Avenger. I can just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that sort
Aye.
of concludes in No Way Home. And I think by the ending of No Way Home, without spoiling too much for people who might be in the chat, it definitely seems as though that's what they were going for.
Yeah. Well, I think Spider-Man Homecoming is a bit of an odd film because I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Yet
I feel like
I don't love it as much as some.
I'd put it maybe. Where have you put it in B?
Top of B.
Bottom of A?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Right. After Spider-Man Homecoming, it is.
I'll tell you
Don't
the
remind me. Don't hold on.
Thor Ragnarok, you bitch.
Um,
I've ruined it for you.
Thor Ragnarok's a great film for me.
I don't remember much of it, but I
It's the
suppose I'm like the outlier that likes the more dark, brooding version of Thor.
I'd go there for Ragnarok. Personally, it's really
I'm not
funny
gonna
if you
argue.
want to
Once I've-
talk about humour. It's fucking
Once
hilarious.
I've buried my head in these movies and came back and have a billion things to say to you, then we'll...
Don't you dare ruin this one for me. Is it Black Panther next?
Mm-hmm.
D.
D.
I'm one of those folk that don't like Black Panther.
I quite enjoyed it actually. I remember liking it.
I'd
There's political subtext as to why I like it, but I don't know if we should get into that.
Thor Ragnarok would be S for me. I love the combination of comedy and a dark plot. Yeah, I agree.
Is that I don't think there's like terms of service on YouTube that nothing I say would violate TOS in terms of politics anyway.
What are you going to
Essentially,
say? Or what are
obviously,
you going to
like-
say?
basically, outlets like BuzzFeed and everything ate it up because it was like, oh, black superhero, let's
Aye.
go, and like all they care
Right,
about is
right.
race, right?
Can,
But
It got-
the
it got-
actual message of the film is like,
Walter, it got a fucking Best Picture nomination.
aye, and like fucking mainstream media clownery, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the actual message of the film is like a pretty not far right one, but like a pretty right wing one. Because Wakanda's basically an ethno state, right?
Yeah.
And then the villain shows up and he's like, I don't want to piss too many people off, but he's basically like what a critic of BLM would say a BLM activist is. You know,
Aye, I
he's
get you.
like, let's cause violence and get justice, right? And then by the end of the movie, they basically come to this middle ground of like, we don't want to go over the world seeking vengeance, but we should like open our borders and be, because that's what happens at the end, if I remember rightly,
Aye,
right?
you're correct.
They fucking it become like the message of the movie is
Right.
centrist more than anything, right?
I'm
It's
gonna I'm
like,
gonna quickly talk
and
about, and
it's
I know you're
funny because the left wing outlets don't care; they just care what color the protagonist is.
I know you're talking about
Right.
um story.
Mhm.
I'm gonna quickly talk about effects and say that
Okay.
it's some of the worst effects.
I don't really mind that though. I suppose,
There's
like
a
you,
scene. Hold on, Black
I
Panther.
suppose there is artistry in practical or digital effects or whatever and like the technical elements of the stuff. But I suppose that's where we differ is like you care more about that shit and I care more about like writing and narrative
That's
and
a
stuff.
video game, bro. That is a video game. That looks like a video game.
I suppose.
And there's a bit, I'm sure, where it's like so obvious there's a green screen
Black
behind them.
Panther
It's
is
unreal.
very meh. I suppose if you remove the message of the film that I'm talking about, it's only so powerful because the audience's response to it being like so funny.
That's what I'm talking about. That is obviously a set, and that is obviously green screen. Like, it's so obvious to me.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember ever picking anything like that up when I watched it the first
If you want
time.
to try and move it higher, I'd put it into C at the bottom, but I'm happy it being in D.
Put it in C then. I like it's.
Okay.
I feel like here's a good. Uh, I don't know what you would call it, but like a good comparison to make, right?
Yep.
Black Panther had all of this like political, racial charge around it when it was coming out. Like it was all fucking. It became a big talking point in like among like BLM and all that because just because it had a black protagonist.
Yeah.
It's a bit like imagine Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who came out and it was good. That's what Black Panther is, because they very easily could have just made a shit movie and got all the Best Picture nominations.
Aye, I get you. I get you.
It's like it has a good message. It's like it got good heart in it. I
After
mean,
after Black Panther is Infinity War.
is it immediately?
Yeah.
I suppose.
My personal favourite MCU movie.
I remember it being good. I remember the hype around it. That like defined a generation, right?
I mean,
But
it's pretty awesome.
then again, Endgame was arguably bigger, and Endgame was not as good, if I remember rightly.
Endgame, I'd put right next to Infinity War, but below it.
Sure.
So if you want to do Endgame right now, I'm happy. I'd do
Fucking, I suppose it
that.
belonged in S. It's just like the MCU movie, isn't it?
Aye,
Like those
I'd
two
do that.
parts.
And
I hate this. Why
Aye.
did they design? Why?
Oh, bro, right, I'm putting another note in our chat. I need to show you something after this. Have you seen this? Have you seen that? I've put it in chat. I don't know if you can see. Can you see chat right now? Have you seen that?
Bo Burnham.
Aye. Bo Burnham can't handle this.
No, I haven't.
There's a great thing about a Pringle cannon that you'll love. I'll show you that after this. After the stream.
You're getting ASMR right now, I'm sorry.
After Infinity War is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Which is an F for
Really?
me. I hate it. I don't know why I hate it, but I fucking can't stand it. I genuinely don't know why. I can't stand it. I'd never watch it on a watch through.
I don't remember it being anything of note.
There's so basically they're trying to rescue the mother from the quantum realm.
Quantum Realm, isn't that
That's not Doctor Strange. That's Ant-Man.
a subatomic? Is it not Ant-Man? What? Quantum Realm Ant-Man?
Yeah, man.
What about... What the fuck's Doctor Strange then?
Yeah, there's the quantum realm. It's when you shrink between the atoms.
Aye, but isn't his... Doctor Strange... What is his thing called then?
It's not. I think it's something very similar.
Quantum Realm.
Well, they're both called the quantum realm then.
Explain yourself, Stan Lee. God, you're no finished.
Anyway, they're
We
trying.
need answers.
They're trying to rescue the mother from the quantum realm. They go down there. Number one, it's not explained how she lives there without food or water. I'll say that. Number two, she comes out with powers. She comes out with healing powers. Do you remember this?
Vaguely.
And it's pretty crap.
It sounds ass on paper, and that's all I really have to go off, so
Are you happy with it there?
sure.
Right, Captain Marvel.
Obviously, I've no seen Black Widow, so...
Well, but
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Don't remember much of that either. I know that the fan response to it was... violent.
Yeah, this is my controversial
Do you
Marvel.
like it?
I like it.
Really?
Really like it.
Need to
I'd
be
put
watching
it
then.
I'd put it at the bottom of
I
B.
think people just... I think people just don't like Brie Larson for being a rad femme, but
Aye. I don't.
maybe that's
Captain
it.
Marvel is either D or F. Yep, I've got Movies, Trains and Studios. Movies and Train
Really?
Studios. Yeah, I really like it.
I wish I could defend you, man. I don't know enough.
It's pretty
Eternal's
awesome.
Not seen.
Right,
not
we'll talk.
seen.
We've got Far From Home
The
first,
two
anyway.
Spider-Mans left. Far From Home. Probably the weakest of the MCU Spider-Man, but not bad.
I think I've got it higher than Homecoming in my ranking on Letterboxd,
Really.
but like one above it.
I like Mysterio as a villain.
Mysterio's awesome.
hmm
I love the whole road trip atmosphere of it.
I remember doing... Oh, I remember why I ranked this film lower, because of that scene where he, like, is essentially just an idiot and endangers his whole school, and they, like, play it for laughs.
When's that?
Because when he first gets the Stark glasses...
Oh,
he,
on the
like,
bus,
calls
where he,
a
like...
drone strike on his bus.
Oh.
He fucking... What, man?
I'd go... Where have we got Homecoming? I'd go at the top of B then.
I don't know enough about the others to...
Okay.
Sure.
No Way Home S.
I'll need to rewatch it again, but the more I think about it, yes. I think
I'd actually go there.
the one criticism could be they put a lot of care into preserving the arcs of all the different Spider-Men, which I was so worried about, and they executed that well.
Yeah.
I feel like the how the villains fit into it and the implications that
Wow.
that has on
We've
their
got a comment
universe
here.
sort of
Far From
isn't.
Home is my least favourite MCU movie. To me, the humour falls flat, the characters are pretty annoying, and Mysterio was a dull villain to me. Damn.
Mysterio was a dull villain. Are you, bro? Have you seen like Mysterio in the comics and that? Because I'd probably understand if it was just like just another take on Mysterio to you. But Mysterio had never been done in
No, he'd
live
never been
action,
done.
had he? And they fucking executed him pretty well.
Are you happy with where No Way Home is?
In sure, yeah.
Right, do
But
you want me to quickly speedrun
I
these
want to,
films?
I want to talk about
You can talk about that and I'll speedrun the rest.
right. Fucking No Way Home. The one thing that bothers me about it, that probably makes it 4 stars instead of 5, is the fact that it's not really made clear how the story fits into the villains' timelines. We know that like it's explained where Tobey Maguire's Peter's been and all that, and fucking like we see that they've grown up a bit in that, and we've seen that they've had development since like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 and whatever. But it feels like Doc Ock in particular, I think, is sort of just pulled out the end of his arc from Spider-Man 2, like before he becomes good.
Yeah, I get you.
Because he's in there and he's a villain, right?
Yeah.
Which, this is the thing. So did it... The thing about bringing Doc Ock in is he has a very sort of open and shut arc in Spider-Man 2. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
So, like, if you think about it logistically, at what point in Spider-Man 2 did the portal open and he fall through it? Because he becomes Doc Ock and dies in that movie. So presumably, in between those 2 points is where he goes and meets 3 other Peters, right?
I'm not gonna lie, Walter. You're looking like a little too much into it.
The thing was, the plot was a bit... Because they're trying to, like, stop them from being killed by their respective Spider-Men, right?
Yep.
Aye.
I mean, some would argue that it's just a Spider-Man movie.
And I don't understand how... I suppose I need to rewatch it, but I don't understand how they accomplished that. Does... They take their powers away, right?
Yes. No. Oh, I don't know if we
So-
should be talking about No Way Home spoilers.
Well, it's on the list, so...
Right. Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is, does No Way Home essentially retcon the endings of all the other movies?
Ooh.
Think about that. Because I guess it's sort of implied that Doc Ock gets pulled out at like the final battle of Spider-Man 2, loses his powers, goes back to the final battle in Spider-Man 2, and is like, no, Peter, wait, I'm fine, and doesn't die. So here's the thing, a lot of people are asking for Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4. What would that look like? Do you know what I mean? Like, is Octavius and Osborn are presumably still alive. It's when you start thinking about the logistics of these things.
I get you. I get you.
For what it does for the Peter Parkers, it's like at least 4 stars.
I haven't seen What If, so that's why I've left it out.
I've not seen.
I watched
any
I watched
ratios
half
about
of What If and gave up, so probably F.
Really? Rip.
Aye. Right. Do you want to do one more, or are we calling it there?
Batman.
Do you want to do the Batman one?
Yeah, we were about on. Oh wait,
Okay.
no. The fucking. What one do you want to do? The Batman one or the Doctor Who one?
I mean, I'll contribute more to the Doctor Who one, but I can get if
We
you
could
want.
speed run this and do the Doctor Who one.
Sure. Right. Speed run. Speed run.
Speed run, speed run, speed run,
Legit.
speed
Let
run.
you take everything here. You just tell me.
Everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where's Clooney? He
is
can
that-
go in D.
is that Clooney there, like near the middle? That's Val Kilmer, is it? No, you've got.
I thought that was Val Kilmer.
They both wear the same suit. They're supposed to be the same character, aren't they? But they're not.
Let's just guess that's Clooney, right?
Put him in D. Val Kilmer. A maybe. Or
Okay.
S. I don't know. Batman Beyond. Not seen enough of it. B for a neutral score. Bale S.
It's Keaton.
In A.
A above or below?
A for the below.
Really? That'd be one
Aesthetics of the movies are
I'm trying to
like
argue
fucking-
with.
Batman that kills people, man. Like fucking same old, same old.
Well, Keaton's actually my favourite Batman.
I understand why, because the way you look at films and stuff, I would because aesthetically those movies are amazing.
Oh yeah. What about
Like Tim Burton defined what Batman looked like for the next forever.
Aye.
Like with the
Ben Affleck?
Batfleck
Ben Affleck.
D.
I'm currently watching
Well-
through them, and I don't mind him. He's definitely one of the worst. I'd put him in B. Currently.
I wouldn't put him in
I'm-
V. It's fucking.
I've seen Batman v
terms of,
Superman now.
What is people's obsession with making Batman kill people? I don't get it. Especially as blatantly
I'll
as in
say
the Snyder
something,
movies where he
right?
just runs about and blows
And
people up. Like,
I get that,
fucking hell.
but have you ever seen, and I know people aren't a big fan of the film, but Suicide Squad, the 2016 one,
Aye.
it shows you at the start of that Ben Affleck arresting them all, and I think that's very good Batman writing.
Here's the thing. I've heard people argue, oh, this Batman did have a no-killing rule, and he's just dropped it and became darker. And my counter to that is, okay, why are we starting the cinematic universe here?
Aye.
Why haven't we seen that arc? Like, he's already met the Joker, and the Joker's killed Robin, or he's killed Jason Todd already. Why are we here? This is like the phase 3. Do you know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure in
Like, DC's trying way too hard to catch up.
I'm pretty sure in
Oh, yeah,
Suicide
maybe
Squad.
Steve.
Hello?
Affleck is probably my favourite Batman. I think it's just because of his performance in BVS, and
Well,
I haven't seen the animated shows yet.
right, here's the thing I'll say about Affleck. There's a scene in Suicide Squad where he runs Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Jared Leto's Joker off the roads, and they go into the ocean or whatever. And
He saves them.
he saves her, and he could so just let her die.
Mm.
But that is a Batman thing to do. Like, he jumps in,
Mm-hmm.
punches. I think he punches through the windscreen or something and pulls her out, and she tries to stab him.
For that, then
I'd go
C.
C. Okay.
Like, because we still haven't really seen a proper Batman movie with that, like, arc in it. If that's the direction he wants to go, this Batman breaks and kills someone, then
Yep.
sure, show us that, but don't just fucking
I think
open
Affleck
BVS with fucking
I think
Punisher
Affleck is
murder.
extremely underutilized as Batman. Not a fan that Warner Brothers is replacing him. Yeah. Do you know who they're replacing him with? Like in the DCEU.
Is he getting replaced in the DCU?
Do you not know this?
I didn't know.
I might
thought he
have
was
some
referring
exciting
to,
news for you.
But if it's the same character, it won't really matter who plays him. If it's still a motherfucker that runs about killing people, I don't care.
Here's the thing. Did you know there's a Flash movie coming out?
Oh, aye, fucking... Are they gonna make Keaton the main Batman?
Well, that's the rumours. But, like, I'm not sure how that'll work.
It's so funny.
I'm
What you
not sure
saying?
how that's going to work. Because he's
Well,
young.
Flashpoint's like a multiverse thing, right?
What?
Flashpoint's like multiverse. Oh, you don't mean how it'll work mechanically? I'm assuming
No, Flashpoint. What are you on about?
that's the comic that it's based off of. The
Oh,
new
okay.
Flash.
I
It's
didn't know
like,
it was multiverse stuff, so.
aye, like they're going to visit Keaton essentially, the
Alright.
actual Burtonverse.
Right. What are you doing for the rest of these?
Lego Batman. Where are we putting Lego Batman? I'll let you make the call. Of course, of course. What about Adam? I've not watched much Adam West.
Of what I've seen, I'd go C.
For Adam West.
Yeah.
Sure, if you want. I mean, rip. Kevin Conroy and BTAS. Fucking S tier.
This?
Yeah, probably. In BTAS, above Lego Batman. I don't know why Lego Batman's up there. He's for a shitpost. Kevin Conroy in Arkham games, top of S.
Okay.
And then I don't know why they've put Dark Knight Returns Batman there, because that's from a comic. I suppose Frank Miller wrote. I'll put him just above Bale, because Dark Knight Returns is a fucking badass comic.
Here is our
And apparently
Batman.
BVS is based off of that, like, very, very loosely.
Here is our Batman tier list. Right, are you wanting to do the Doctor Who companion one?
I think there might be an animated movie of Dark Knight Returns, by the way. We need to watch it if it's good. I'll watch it and see if it's as good as the comic, and if
Okay.
it is, we'll watch it.
Okay.
But if it's not, you need to just read the comic, 'cause
Right.
it's fucking great.
This is our last one that we're doing.
New Who Companion.
New Who companions. Right. Rose.
Oh, what happened to my face on the screen? There we go. Series 1 Rose, very good. Series 2 Rose, okay to bad.
I'd put it
this
in
is the
good.
stance I've always took, isn't it?
I'd do there.
That makes sense, because averages out, right?
I totally agree with everything you just said. Series 2 Rose is
This
okay.
is...
Right.
And then the motherfucker Fade Dalek can just... I'm not being funny, but who actually cares about him? Do you know what I mean? Jack.
Excellent. Yeah, he's. I'd probably say my favourite companion.
For Torchwood as well.
I've not
Jack
finished that
Harkness.
yet. It's pretty good so far, but I've not finished it yet. What about Mickey?
I need to listen to Torchwood audios as well. I should get on that. Mickey, okay.
Would you say okay?
Sort of gets shafted in that series. Aye.
I'd go good.
Yeah,
Below
so.
Rose. I mean, I think
He
when
sort
it
of
when
gets
it
shafted, doesn't he?
I think-
With like being the tin dog.
I think the is it the Cyberman 2-parter in series 2 is very, very good in that. Do you know what
Are
I'm
you
talking
talking about Mickey or Ricky?
Well,
'Cause we're pedantic there.
Mickey, I think he's very good in that. I'd go good.
Is it Mickey? Is it Mickey though?
What?
It's Ricky, is it no?
What? You're
It's
just saying.
not him.
What are you on about?
It's alternate universe, Mickey. That's what I mean. We're going to be pedantic about this.
No, there's both of them.
So is that
Aye, because they get confused
like
with
on
each
screen
other.
at the same time?
Aye, because he stays in the
Oh,
parallel
why don't you
universe. And remember, he comes
Aye.
back in Doomsday.
Fucking put him in good then. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about.
Donna Noble, excellent.
Donna, excellent. Yeah, fucking Martha, underrated.
I'd
Very
go.
good.
I'd go very good. I think we're going to agree with most of these, mate. uh,
River.
I'd go.
High good or very good?
I'd go top of very good.
Aye.
What's her name again?
Astrid
Astrid.
Peth.
Astrid.
Astrid Peth. Aye, I would probably put her in high good.
I agree. We're just going to agree with all these.
Aye.
David
People
Morrissey's
have
Doctor.
criticised Kylie Minogue's performance.
Actually,
I'm not
very
being
good
funny,
in it.
but why is he here?
I just want to put him really high just because it's David Morrissey. And I love David Morrissey.
I'd put him in.
You need to watch, Walter, you need to watch Blackpool, which is
Put him in.
it's
Put him in good above Rose. No, not above. Put him just above Rose.
Okay, I'm fine with that. You need to watch Blackpool. It's a wee mini-series with David Tennant and David Morrissey in it. Very good, and I would recommend it to anyone who's watching. Harvey.
The lady Christina
That's her.
De Souza.
Um,
That's the one.
bad.
Bad, really?
I'm not a fan of the episode, I have to say.
The episode, I'll grant you that, but she would have made a good companion.
Maybe okay then.
Like resourcefulness.
I wouldn't go into good for her.
I'd probably really you would.
Nah, no chance I'm getting into
I suppose I'll compromise with you on that.
good. Oh no.
Ha! Ya bitch! You've been hacked.
Waters of
What's her
Mars
name
lady.
again? Aye.
Can't mind her name.
Oh fuck! It'll come to me. Don't look it up. I'm better than this. I know I am.
See who remembers it first.
It's the astronaut with the daughter who
Bro,
grows up to
how am I not
go to
remembering
Mars.
this?
No.
I'm
Boy
just-
Base 1.
I'm totally trying to think of the speech.
Because
Because I remember
little people and
during the speech, it's flicks to like her name on the screen.
Adelaide Brooke.
Boom, Adelaide Brooke.
Aye.
I'd go good.
Probably high good.
Highest good?
Maybe not above Astrid.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
Right, Amelia Pond.
Amy. Amy's honestly underrated.
I
People shit on her a lot.
agree. I'd go very good.
Maybe at the bottom of very good.
I'm happy with that. Wilfred.
You can't not put him in excellent. Come on, man.
I'd actually put him
Fucking.
above Donna.
I wouldn't put him up. Do you think so? I wouldn't go that.
For the scene, just for the scene alone, I think it's my favourite Doctor Who scene, where they're talking
What,
on the
with a
ship
gun?
with a gun.
Aye.
For that scene alone.
That's good, but I don't think he has as much influence as Donna has. Like,
Okay.
what if we
Rory.
regard them both as equal with
That's fine.
Rory?
Rory. I'd go good.
I'd put
but
him above Mickey. I feel like he gets more attention than Mickey.
I was going to put at the bottom of good, but then I remember there's pretty awesome scenes in Series 6 with him. So I might actually go up a bit in good.
I fucking.
I'd go there. I'd
I need to
actually...
listen to his series as
Oh,
well.
that's so annoying.
He's got his own big finish now, Arthur Darvill. And it's set during the time when he's like guarding Amy.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like the sound of that,
Aye,
actually.
we should check that out. I've been
I'd
meaning
actually go
to
there.
for ages.
I'd go higher than Rose.
Fair enough, just for the bullshit she got in Series 2. Even though in Series 1 she's like... If we split Series 1 and Series 2 Rose up, Series 1 would probably be like... very good, like
Mm.
high, very good. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's crazy how radical the drop is. James Corden gets put in bad for being James Corden. I think we can agree that.
I mean, above this guy.
Sure, above whatever Coronation Street looking twat that is.
I do actually quite enjoy both his episodes. And I like James Corden in the setting of Gavin and Stacey. If you haven't seen that. But
No, yet.
talk show James Corden is terrible.
I don't know. People used to like James Corden. I don't know at what point in his career he became a
I still,
skinwalker.
well, I
But
say,
like he has no genuine personality. It's like all act.
what's
Do you know
his
what I mean?
name in Doctor Who?
Craig
Craig.
something.
I always say I like Smithy and Craig. So Smithy from Gavin and Stacey and Craig from Doctor Who. I don't like James Corden. I like Smithy
Aye,
and
'cause
Craig.
like
I like they two characters.
he's void of actual personality.
What about
Madame Vastra
that's her,
honestly
Madame Vastra.
belongs in good, along with Jenny as well. The whole Paternoster gang, is that what they're called? Well, maybe not
Aye.
Strax.
I'd go lower than
Strax is
Rose
kind of
though.
annoying.
I would go
Sure.
in here for all of them. Even
Jenny
Strax. I
above
quite like
Vastra.
Strax. Oh no, I
Can you
didn't
put
mean to do that.
Strax in okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
I just. He makes the Santarans less threatening, you know? And during that time, we had like, a good fucking few decades where there was no good Santaran stories that
Clara.
weren't felt genuinely.
I'll put my
Clara.
my
This
crush
is the
on
same
Clara
deal,
aside
actually.
because she is very attractive.
I'm not. I'm not gonna rank her low if that's what you think.
Oh, okay. I
Because it's
assumed
the
you were going
same
to go
kind of deal
low.
with Rose. In Series 7, in the regard, she's a prop in Series 7.
Yeah.
But with Capaldi,
Now, this is
good.
where I might get a bit controversial. I like her in Series 9 a lot. I don't like her in Series 8. And I like her in Series 7.
Really?
I don't think her and Capaldi have chemistry in Series 8, like, at all. I think it's because Capaldi's playing the role a lot more grumpier than he does in 9.
Aye, well, that's sort of part of his character is to sort of mellow out.
Aye, but when he does mellow out, they do seem to get on a lot better.
Uh-huh.
I'd put her in good.
I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but they remind me a lot of like Six and Perry, like bickering with each other like a married couple.
I'd go. Are we putting her above Rose? Are we doing that?
Nah.
I'd go there.
Not Aye. Nardo.
Nardole.
Bottom tier.
Really? I'd go okay.
I don't know. Sure, okay, aye.
There. That good with you?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bill
Bill.
Potts is
Good.
good, yeah. Somewhere in good.
There, I'd say.
I can hear my mum, hold on.
Oh. Walter's having a conversation with his mother. Tell her Jack says hi. Oh, hello.
How you doing?
Graham. Big Graham.
Okay and the other two and bad. Well, Ryan can actually go in okay.
No.
At the bottom, no, because Ryan and Graham are the get characterization. That works.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at the top of bad.
I wouldn't.
Generous.
I'd maybe put her in between. There's an episode, and I can't remember what it is, but Yaz actually gets good characterization in it.
I think I know what one you're talking about.
I think it might be the Nikola Tesla one.
Is it?
Aye. And she actually gets good characterization in it. She's talking to... I can't remember who she's talking to, man. But she's separate from the Doctor and Ryan and Graham in that episode. And she does get a lot of good lines.
I remember one about like them showing you why she chose to become a cop.
Was that
Then
a
there
Series
like,
12 episode?
It might
I
have
think
been.
was it
but then,
Can
like,
You Hear Me?
the-
Can You Hear Me? The one with the guy with the floating fingers.
Were they meant to be the Eternals?
I don't know, man.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Doctor Who villain.
That's the one where she kicks the sonic screwdriver into her hand.
Oh yeah, that main enemy.
Right.
I swear I heard somewhere that they were supposed to be the Eternals. I might have made that up.
There is our
Probably for the best.
Doctor Who companion tier list.
Yeah.
And we're done, clocking in at 2 hours and 26 minutes of rambling about tier lists.
I mean that's rookie numbers for a stream, but whatever.
I remember our...
Pouring myself
was it?
some Pringles.
Remember when we did ranking every Doctor Who episode? That was clocking in at like near 4 hours, man. Rookie numbers for us. Right, I'm going to quickly plug Loopy's channel. It's in the description.
Is it?
Yes, both his Twitch and his channel.
Well, there you are.
Go follow them both. Yeah, they're top tier quality content. Thank you for watching the stream to whoever's still here. See yous later.